Race 9 yesterday, Flemington was the running of the Group 2 SALINGER STKS over 1200 metres. This race has been won by a number of very good quality sprinters over the years, mate. It's produced a lot of stars. And yesterday, Hot Danish, 5-year-old mare by Nothing Like a Dane. She's now won 8 of 12 stars, mate. What an outstanding mare she's turned out to be.
She's just a lovely mare. A mare that's got a killer turn of foot. She's an outstanding looking mare, big strong black mare, and I think yesterday was a great reward for her. I think she's a mare that, in my opinion, will definitely be a Group 1 horse going forward. I think that will happen for her in the autumn. Les Bridge has always had a huge opinion of her, and I think he's placed her quite well up until now. Yesterday it was good to see her break through and show the Victorians how good she is. I'm looking forward to her coming back in the autumn, but you just love to own a mare like that. She does everything right. She's got a great turn of foot, great hunger. She really attacks the line, you know, with a lot of vigour. And
she puts herself in a good position in the race too. She's got that tactical speed to be able to.
That's the thing, Arvo. Like, because a lot of horses have got a great turn of foot, but they don't have that ability to go forward.
They don't have the tactical speed, yeah.
Yeah, and she's got that option, so that's what makes her so good. And yeah, really looking forward to it. I'd say to punters out there, definitely when the markets come out for the doubles next year, put her in everything, because she anything up to a mile, I think she's going to.
She'll probably be set for the Coolmore Classic, won't she?
You would think so. And maybe the Don. I think they'll back her up into the Doncaster.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't you?
And I think she'll be probably a bit more competitive, and I'd probably take her up to Brisbane as well. She'd probably go to stud after that, so yeah, I'd say that just give her every opportunity to win that Group 1. Yeah, the runner-up Fighting Fund. Yeah, it was a pretty useful effort. It's not a horse that I've got a huge opinion of. Really, the one I'd like to focus on is Sunburnt Land. The ride yesterday was just.
You were a rap for that, weren't you?
I think that ride was quite possibly the worst ride in the history of life. I think it was. Like, I was just tossing up Shane Dye's ride on Vianda Cross.
I was just about to mention it. How about some of Jimmy's rides in the Caulfield and Melbourne?
Diatribe and
Diatribe, that was a good ride.
They're all up there, you know, but I think this Chris Simon's effort might have eclipsed it, and it's now head and shoulders above as the worst ride ever in the history of life.
The horse didn't get a crack at him, did it? Till about 100 out maybe, you got the split.
I was in pain. I was in pain like watching that, and then when I was seeing him run 2 for 1 at the end of the race, it just increased my pain levels. Yeah, torturously bad ride. Forget that horse went around. I'd say they'll be backing him up next week in the Group 1 in the what's it called now? Is it the Coolmore? They've changed the sponsors every year. Right, we don't even know what the name of the race is, but it's a Group 1 over 1200 metres, and I think it'll be very hard to beat because he didn't go around yesterday. He's still waiting to get out. Just showed no initiative. I hate it when jockeys ride these things and they just show no initiative at all.
Well, yeah, look, he was in a bad spot, right? And I guess he was just sitting there. He had a lap full of horse, and he knew this. But I guess he just thought that the runs would come much earlier than what they did. And when he finally did get out, it was all over. He was never going to run down the quality of horse of Hot Danish. And
you know what?
They need to use more initiative. I agree with you, mate. I agree with you.
I agree. Well, the thing is, you look at a staying race like a Caulfield Cup, a Melbourne Cup, and I've seen horses like Matai Bideva, the boss, waiting for runs to happen. Runs they'll happen in those races because
you've got 200 metres for it to take place.
No, but the thing is, in the straight, you've got horses fatiguing, and there is going to be gaps. In a sprint race, they're evenly bunched, evenly graded horses. You can't wait for runs to happen there. You've got to show initiative.
No, that's right.
Ride it like a good thing. Like he was one of the 2 chances in that race, and he just wasn't given the hope.
No,
and it's very disappointing because that horse deserves to win a good race. His form this time's been outstanding, and I've no doubt that in time he'll win one of those. I think he'll win one of those good sprints next year.
Well, like you said, he may next week.
Well, hopefully he'll atone for that. I wonder if Simons is going to keep the ride after that. I'd have my doubts, but maybe his owners are a little bit more patient than me.
Okay, mate. Look, I think you've said it all. Hot Danish, she's been an outstanding mare for quite a while. She's a Group 2 anyway. She won Emancipation in the autumn. She was second in the Coolmore. at Group 1 level, and she just didn't handle the heavy track at the Doncaster with triple honour one, you know. So, but she's come back well, and she was unlucky first up in the shorts, and she won a nice race yesterday, which previously had been run at Group 1 level, mate. So, which is unfortunate for her, because she could have had a Group 1 as a mare going to the Breeding Barn.
Why did they downgrade that race?
I don't know, but like I said, a lot of very good.
Who's in charge of these gradings? Honestly, like
Typeform.
Seriously, it's like there's no. I don't think there's a lot of thought that goes on. I understand there's the weight for age Group 1 at the end, but there was always the handicap and the weight for age, and you had the opportunity to win one or the other, or go for both.
Well, the most disappointing factor is that you've got a race like that, which really should be of Group 1 level, and then we see races without being disparaging to some of the other states, but you know, you see Group 1s run in Adelaide or in Western Australia or some of those.
Winter Stakes. Winter Stakes in Brisbane, okay? Fillies and Mares race, just at the end of their season. Like, that's a Group 1. How is that more a Group 1 than this?
That's just, no, it's not. No, that's just put on for mares.
Yeah, of course.
At the end of the season to get their Group 1 if they're going to start, whatever. It's a race put on for them.
Of course it is.
And, you know, some of the horses that win that race will go around and they're probably only at listed level.
Mate.
But in saying, like, anyway, we can discuss it for ages, I think, but it's unfortunate. She's a very good mare. And
I think
she will register a Group 1 hopefully before she goes to start, mate.
The positive out of that race is that it's the Salinger, but it's called the Salinger Stakes. They've acknowledged the sponsorship, but they've kept the race, so we know what race it is. It's so hard to even keep a track of what the race is. They keep changing the names.
I agree. They should always keep the original name of the race and put the sponsor's name in front, so they can coexist. Big deal. But at least we know what race it is. So anyway, I think we've covered the race enough. You're right, probably Sunbird Land is definitely the one to follow. Most of the others, they'll take their turns, won't they?
Yeah.
So they're just running at that level.
Horses.
Yeah, they've plateaued. So I think that's it for the Salinger.